Hello, boys and girls. Today's math lesson for you is all about comparing numbers. So when you look at your packet today for Wednesday, the math problems that you will do will relate to comparing numbers. And when we talk about comparing numbers, we're talking about greater than, less than, or equal to. And I'm going to show you how we can write out the words, and I'm also going to show you the symbols that we use when we are comparing numbers. So I took a few problems off of your exit tickets and we're going to work through those together. The first one is this problem. John thinks the numbers 17 and 71 are the same. Do you agree or disagree? Explain your thinking. And when we explain our thinking, you know that means that we have to draw out or write out how we got the answer. We always need to do that when we're doing math problems. And the reason that he thinks 17 and 71 are the same is because they do have the same numbers. They both have a 1 and a 7. But when we show our work, and this is why we have to show our work, because it helps us get to the right answer. 17, which I have drawn out underneath, and I've made 1 10 and then 7 ones, and that shows us the number 17. This number is 71, and 71 has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It's showing you 7 groups of 10 and 70, and then the 1 over here. So that is 71 drawn out as 10s and 1s. And we did this, of course, did the same thing for this number. So when we look at these two numbers drawn out as 10s and 1s, we automatically can see that this number is bigger, is greater than this number. So this tells us that they are not the same. Okay? So always show your work when you're doing problems like this. And remember to look at what comes first. Okay? 1 is first in this number, and 7 is 1 in this number. So that tells us, too, that they're not the same. So when you work them out, you can see how they are different. So 17 and 71 are not the same. The other problem that I pulled from your exit tickets is this one. Compare these two numbers using greater than, less than, or equal to. 42 and 45. So 42 is here, and then there was a blank, and then 45. Okay, so you have to show your comparison of these two numbers. So we look at these two numbers and we know that they both start with a 4. So then we look at the next number. This one's 2 and this one's 5. And we know that 5 is greater than 2. But this number comes first. So we have to say that 42 is less than 45. Okay? And it asks you to write out the words, so that's why I wrote is less than. And you can also show your symbol, and I think I have talked to you guys in Miss Corson's class about the gator. I think everyone has talked about the gator. He's really helpful when you're doing greater than, less than, or equal to. And the way that we explain Mr. Gator is that he likes to eat big numbers because he's always hungry. So we would turn him around and show that he wants to eat 45. So then we can see that 42, again, is less than 45 because he's going to eat this number. And this is made out of popsicle sticks. And basically all I did was color them green, and then I made some teeth with a black marker, and then I put an eye on both sides so that you can turn him around. If you're making these at home, you can just draw the eye. You don't have to have one of these wiggly eyes, and you can just use glue or tape if you have some of these, but you can also just draw the eye. You can do this with straws or you can make them out of paper as well, whatever you have at home that you can use to make these. They are definitely helpful in comparing numbers. And this standard is NBT 3 for first grade, and I hope this helps you guys understand more about comparing numbers. And Mr. Gator and I are saying goodbye. See you next time.